Well, the paper title is Markets in Urban Lands, and the target is answer 3 questions. What is the best use for urban lands? What factors prevent us from achieving this? What are the right policies to accomplish this goal? This is the 3 main questions. I begin this presentation with a quote of Jorge Luis Borges, one of the best writers of all times. The quote is, I believe in individual, I don't believe in the state. Yo creo en el individuo, descreo del Estado. Okay, this is the paper structure. The first topic is a presentation about the reasons for the deterioration in the Latin America downtown cities. This is a big problem now. The second topic is one explication, since the Austrian perspective, for the subject of the urban land. For that proposal, I'm going to use 3 of the giants of the school, Rothbard, Mises, and Hayek. Finally, I'm going to try to construct an urban land market structure and present some conclusions. Okay. This is an excellent example of the working of the market for urban land. Some research on the subject suggest that the massive migration from the countryside to the cities is the main cause of the problem of the downtown. The countryside to cities migration don't answer the question. Also, the arrival of new population may cause some trauma of a result of its rapid development. This factor alone don't explain the change in the spatial configuration in Latin American cities, near the deterioration of this emblematic space. Migration to the city is a natural phenomenon in the development of the capitalism, and this should not be reason for the deterioration in quality of life of the urban dwellers. Newcomers seem to make a living in the black market, occupy the central area because the existence of the diversity of consumers. The result was downtown areas were converted in a black market havens. This is really. In response, many Latin American government cities have taken action to recover this area. But also these policies may be well-intentioned, the results are a disaster. The state intervention come in 2 ways. The first way is a high spending on urban infrastructure. And the second way is the tagging of the rule of governing land use. These policies are based on the mistaken assumption that only via government intervention through large investment in infrastructure and strict regulation on land use, it will be possible to guide the market toward a more efficient land distribution. The investment in physical infrastructure is a distortion of to the prime system. On the other hand, tagging of the rule of governing land use emphasized in the prohibition of using historical residence for business proposal. In other words, the property is now a less liquid asset, and therefore, so its market value decrease. This is the 2 mechanisms, and the 2 mechanisms break the spontaneous order. This is a quote of Hayek, the spontaneous order of the city, that is to the spontaneous order of the society is to the spontaneous order of the city. Additionally, the situation is worsened if one takes in account the discretionary action of the government, its power to frequently change the rule for the land use, as mechanism to enforce his recovery plan. Okay, we go now to the second part of the paper, the urban land market since the Austrian perspective, the revision of the 3 authors that I say. The first author is Rothbard. For the Rothbard revision, I begin with a question. Is the land a different good? This is an important question. We can start as the debate between Henry George and Murray Rothbard. The Georges proposed the single tax program. the single tile program begins that the assumption that the land isn't a product of human action, but is a gift of God. The land is no product of the man. It's a different good. This is the point of the Henry George. Being a good that isn't created by the man, property couldn't belong to an individual, but to all society. Any individual can't hold the land, but the state in representation of the society. The Georgists say that it's possible to separate the land gross value from the man's improvement. Thus only the government should own and control the land. They propose a tax equal to 100% of the revenue produced by the land. This is the Georgist proposal. But contradicting the single tax promise, Murray Rothbard understood that the one of the single tax key assumption was that the land's possessor doesn't contribute to the economic profit. This is the point of Rothbard. Land city owner manages unlimited good. Therefore, his function is to destine to the grounds to alternatives more profitable, and it means a big contribution to the society. With the present until now, we could to conclude that the ground equal that all goods will have an economic interest. The land is limited. For that reason, they have the economic problem because there are scarcity. The next is the private property is necessary, but other way of intervention is the tax. We could think that the single tax proposal is radical, and that is very difficult that one day it will be reality. Nevertheless, many economists, especially those inclined to the state intervention, believe can be salvaged from the Georgist idea. That is a fiscal policy could elaborate. It could help to a more efficient land use. This idea is less extreme and basically amounts to a differential land tax, logical inferior to the 100% of the rent. If the tax must have one impact in agent decision, they admit that the price system should be disturbed. Ludwig von Mises clearly warned that without price information the agent can't make the right decision, due to the information that they have isn't the correct. The quote, I want read one quote of Mises. The ultimate source of the determination of the price is the value judgment of the consumers. Human action, say this quote. Individuals transmit information via prices. So when the mechanism has been damaged, it infers the economy nerve system. The last author is Hayek. Well, until this point, we have shown that neither the tax and the confiscation is good for the urban land structure. Now we're going to present the one last argument for the state intervention, that is the regulation. Nevertheless, one mainstream economist could write that even he agrees with what we previously say, the city needs any type of ordering. It's impossible to leave all to the market. The argument is that there are a superior social profit which is provided by one specific land distribution. It is sure that one residential zone will be inconvenient with the installation of one industry inside his sector. It's right too that the likelihood that this occurs is low due to agglomeration economy. This concept is closely related with that Hayek denominated the society spontaneous order, with what can be interpreted as the city spontaneous order. The city would order them spontaneously, and the use that they are compatible with in the proximity they be placed near each other, and incompatible will be placed away from each other. The planning authority, in order to be able to make his job, must be empowered, because otherwise it couldn't force citizens to follow his plan. Thus is a private property confiscation. Such private property violation would be justified by social profile, for a profit to all society. Nevertheless, such profit mustn't considered for all society, because it doesn't reflect all society, but the particular planning authority view is only the view of the authority planning, not all society. The planning authority not only must have great powers to carry his target, but it must have the possibility to change his target too, and therefore the laws and the rules. The possibility to change the rule with frequency is another thing that there aren't the rules clear. It's confusing the angel. It's a ten against the rule of law. The rule of law, the concept of the Hayek. Finally, I present a market structure, given the other topic. Okay, this market is integrated initially by the owner, the urbanizing entrepreneur, and the consumer. The entrepreneur is ever looking the possibilities to the best land use, and he tries to develop the construction project which society appreciates most. The questions that hold the mind in the entrepreneur of this individual are: what is the project that generates the highest rent? What is the market awarding? And what is the right time to begin the project? This is the entrepreneur question. Up to here, the structure is very easy. Nevertheless, it's not only become more complex, but more disturbed when the state appears. The state intervention can increase or decrease the lot's value, depending on the urban land distribution chain. This reality is more visible with investment, but occurs with regulation too. If the government gives to one property a land use that produces a higher rent than the previous, immediately the lot price rise. In the same way, if the planning authority limits the use of a land to a less rentable than the one of the market would grant to it, the lot price falls. The government creates rents that aren't product of the human action. It rise the price of the land and fall the price of the land, depending of the case. In the same way, the other state intervention, the urban land regulation, it generates the same expectation. Therefore, the agent would be motivated to influence the state decision in when that they more will benefit. And finally, this situation. When the state takes part, the agent decision changes immediately, and his target is not only given the best use land, but it tries to capture the rent given to the state too. Therefore, the spatial configuration will be different to the efficient. And this is the conclusion. The political implication I resume in two, helping to define the property rights. That can be helping in the case of the downtown in Latin America, and allowing the market to act. And finally, uniform tax structure, but not disturb the price system. Thank you for the attention.